Hello, everybody. This is Card Guy Chris Ellis,
Well, Collectible Chris.
and we are going to talk about our Week One picks, how we did our for NFL and college, for Week Two for college, and then we're going to go to our next pick'ems for this weekend. So let's go ahead and start, CJ.
All right. Well, our records were great this week. Good starting off. Out of 16 games, Dad is in the lead by one. He's 10-6 for the year. I am 9-7. And honestly, we had a lot of shocks, a lot of awes this week. I think the biggest shock of them all was the Lions topping off the Chiefs on Thursday Night Football. Pat Mahomes had 7 minutes to get it done. He could not get it done, and so Detroit opens up with a bang. The Raiders are leading in the AFC West for the first time in a long time, with the Raiders topping off against the Broncos, winning 17-16. Dad won that pick since I chose the Broncos. Um, Browns being the Bengals with a poor performance by Joe Burrow. I mean, and of course, a huge shutout by Mr. Cowboy fan here. Cowboys beating up the G-Man 40-0 in a outstanding defensive performance. But let's go ahead and get into our card players of the week. People that we think will be up in value. People we think that people should start collecting. That's how we do our players of the week. And sometimes it is a little biased. Sometimes it's actually giving good statistics. So,
They delivered the goods this week.
yes. Player of the week. Dad, who do you have?
I got Tua. He was 28 for 45 for 466 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He had 5 yards rushing. He got hit only 3 times, so that was a good thing.
A really close game.
That was a good game.
I picked the Chargers to win that one.
It was a good game.
I thought Tua was going to be a little slow. Could have picked Tyreek as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, could have picked Brandon Ayuk for the Niners as well, having the performance he had.
Yeah.
But no pun intended. I gotta give some love for Jordan Love.
Had a good
I thought he had an outstanding game against the Chicago Bears. We both picked the Bears. Packers came on top. Very good, solid performance. 15 for 27, 245 yards with 3 TDs, no interceptions, and 12 yards rushing out of 4 attempts, which is not bad. I could have said Ayuk, I could have said Tyreek, but the way that Jordan played against AD, a divisional rival, I think spoke volumes. He definitely proved a lot of doubters wrong. I mean, he was under Rodgers for what, 2 years?
Yeah.
So, I'm happy. I see a good direction for Green Bay. Rookies of the week, we actually both agree. This guy had an outstanding opener. Anthony Richardson for the Colts. He went 24 for 37 for 223 passing yards, 1 TD, 1 interception, and he had 10 rushes for 40 yards with a rushing a touchdown. So, very good performance against a stacked Jaguar team.
Yeah. No, he did well.
Defensive player of the week, I actually had to change mine several times. We both went with heavy tacklers. But I'm going with Roquan Smith from the Ravens. 8 solo, 8 assisted tackles, so 60 total tackles with a sack. Very good for a linebacker. So Roquan just had an outstanding game for Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm going with Bobby Wagner for Seattle. He had 9 solos and 10 assists. Wagner's all over the place. He's the heart and soul of that team. So, but another guy that had a great performance Monday night was Brees Hall. I don't think there's anything to worry about Brees. He looked pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Carried the ball 10 times for 127 yards. So, those people that dumped on Brees Hall after his, he would have been the rookie of the year. No.
He should have been rookie of the year.
Yeah. Well, he would have been if he had stayed healthy.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson should have won it.
Yeah.
But since both of them weren't, he was healthy. I mean, yeah.
And another performance, Wilson did great stepping in after. Sad for Rodgers.
Yeah, that was bad.
4 plays in. Torn Achilles, out for the whole season. Probably got to retire. Maybe not. Maybe he'll try to do one more season. That way he can retire fashion, but the Jets look good.
That defense looked good.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, the Jets coach, who was originally part of Shanahan's crew in
Yeah.
San Francisco, he's always been a defensive guy anyway. So hopefully that
Yeah.
transits for the
Yeah.
rest of the year.
All right.
For college, we were both 9-1, and I actually picked his Longhorns to beat Alabama, and no one believed it. I think it had something to do with the dead man, the Undertaker, doing that little hype video for the Longhorns rolling all over Alabama. Please tell me you watched that video.
No, but I have to.
You gotta watch it now. It was awesome. But all the games went the way they were supposed to go. Penn State beat Delaware 63-7. Notre Dame beat NC State 45-24. It was a close game at the beginning, but Notre Dame went out. Ohio State beat Youngstown. Georgia beat Ball State 45-3. Michigan beat UNLV 35-7. Washington beat Tulsa 43-10. Tennessee beat Austin P
Yes. There you go.
30-13. Kind of weird for Tennessee right now, honestly. I thought they should be better offensively. Texas beat Alabama by 10, 34-24. Texas led the whole game except for a minute 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Alabama is overrated. Enough said.
They got a young quarterback right now.
Yeah. Florida State beat Southern 66-13. That was my upset, and clearly it went a whole different direction. And a conference rivalry, USC blew Stanford 56-10. Our picks of the week for college games was actually pretty good. Ole Miss beat Tulane 37-20. It was a close game until the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. And Dad's pick with UNC against Appalachian State. UNC barely won 40-34 in overtime. So it was a good week when it comes to college football and all that. I mean, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of big upsets, I think, really, and a lot of contract controversy already. So, gotta love it. So, we're going to go into week 2. So, seeing how everything goes. Thursday night football, Vikings versus Eagles in Philly country.
Oh, the Eagles.
I'm going with the Eagles, too. Just the fact that the Vikings are already saying that they lost mainly because they don't have a running game, and I think it's ridiculous. So, yeah. This is going to be an interesting one. Ravens versus Bengals in Cincinnati.
Bengals start out slow every year, so I'm going to pick the Ravens in this game.
Okay.
I'm picking the Ravens.
I'm worried about Lamar. He's not the way he's supposed to be. He's not in his MVP caliber. The Bengals' defense do not held up, and the Ravens just have too many offensive weapons. I'm going with the Ravens, and a big shout out to their rookie, as well as Zay Flowers from Florida State, had a decent game, 76 yards receiving.
Yeah, he was originally going to be my originally the rookie of the week until Richardson's performance.
Yeah. Seahawks versus Lions in Detroit.
That's going to be a good game. Lions got to win this game to prove that they're here. So I'm going to pick the Lions in that game.
I think it's a ride or die time for the Lions as well, so I'm going with the Lions. Rookie quarterback versus rookie quarterback. Colts versus Texans.
Could be the game of the week, just because of the rookies. I'm going Colts with this game. I like how Richardson. I wish they had another running back right now.
I agree, because Taylor didn't even play, did he?
No, I don't think so, and I don't think he's playing this week.
I'm going with the Colts too. I just think that Richardson had a lot to show over Stroud, and the Texans defense. Texans defense is always good, but the Colts are delivering. So, Bears versus Bucks in Tampa Bay.
I'm going Bucks.
I'm going Bucks as well. This is game of the week. Chiefs versus Jaguars. A playoff rematch.
Is this in Jacksonville?
This is in Jacksonville.
Go Jags.
I'm going with Jags. If Kelsey is healthy, I'm going Chiefs. But if Chiefs don't have Kelsey, Pat is going to have trouble again. So I'm going with Jags at this time because I don't think Kelsey is not coming back till week 3.
Okay.
Packers versus Falcons in Atlanta.
Falcons' offensive line is good with running the ball. Just passing, I wasn't too impressed. Packers looked pretty good overall because
Their defense was actually the best it's been in a while.
um, I'm gonna go with Green Bay, even though I think it's gonna be close. Even though either one of those teams could beat each other, I think right now.
I'm gonna agree though. I really think that Packers are a complete team. The Falcons' O line is one of the best. When you said when it comes to running the ball, if they can do the Wildcat with Patterson, no question about it. So, but Packers, Raiders versus Bills.
Going Bills.
You're going Bills.
Just because it's in Buffalo. I think.
I'm going with Jimmy G and the Raiders.
All right, that's
Our first disagreement. I just think that Jimmy experience kind of topples Allen a little bit, and their matchups they're even. So I'm still going with Jimmy G just because he knows how to work the Raiders offense and he's used to cold weather.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm going with Jimmy G. Chargers versus Titans in Tennessee.
I'm going Chargers. I like how Hubert played, even though they lost that game. Which I mean, I think
That game went back and forth though.
yeah, that was a good game. I mean, I don't even blame Hubert for that game. I think he showed why he's their quarterback. Hopefully, he can do it the whole year. I mean, I would love to see Hubert make the playoffs just so that they. But yeah, I'm going Chargers against the Titans on that one. Even though Derrick Henry did have a pretty.
He had a bad performance. I mean, he only had rushed for 44 yards. Henry can go against the Chargers defense, but Tannehill needs to really be a general. He's losing confidence once again. I don't see him doing it against the Chargers right now. I'm picking Chargers as well. The resurgence. Will the streak end? 49ers versus Rams. Niners. You're going Niners for 9-0 straight.
Yeah, because the Rams won't have Aaron Donald this week. He's out.
But Stafford looked good.
He did? I mean, and so did...
I mean, I'm not going against my Niners. But
Akers looked good.
Akers look amazing. I mean, but for that
Kyrie
team...
Williams actually scored some touchdowns.
Yeah.
Notre Dame draft pick from last year. So, I mean, the Rams looked different than what they did last year. So,
I mean, Stafford's healthy, and he needs to prove himself of why he was a Super Bowl winning champion. But he's going against the Niners' best defense in the whole freaking league.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
The next game, I think we're gonna disagree. Giants versus Cardinals.
Giants got to win this game. If they lose to the Cardinals, it's bad. It's really bad.
And just because of how the Cardinals played against the Commanders, I'm choosing Cardinals. Because I got no confidence in Daniel Jones. That was a pitiful performance. He has one of the fastest rookie-wise, which he threw 3 times to, and one of them was a drop of 2 he overpassed. So I'm giving it to the Cardinals. I cannot believe I'm saying that. This game,
Cowboys defense is going to dominate. Dominate the Jets offense. The Jets defense is good. Play against the Cowboys offense, but the Cowboys defense is so much better than the Jets offense.
All right, so you're going straight Cowboys.
Yeah.
I'll be in the Jets, and honestly, it's in Dallas.
If Aaron Rodgers had been in this game, it might be a little different.
But Wilson's record against the Cowboys, pitiful. So yeah, I'm going with the Cowboys too. This next game is gonna be exciting. Commanders versus Broncos.
In Denver?
Yeah.
Going Denver.
You're going Broncos.
Yeah, I'm going to go Broncos on this one. I think I like the Broncos offense.
Better than last year, yeah.
Better than the Commanders.
Really?
Yeah.
I think...
Even though the Commanders got a lot of good weapons right now, and they got and Hal didn't look that bad.
Hal looked good, and he was good in his decisive when he did that rushing touchdown. But I'm going with the better defense. I'm going to go with the Commanders. I think their defense is a little bit better. And just the fact that most of week 1, we mainly saw like defensive plays. The only offensive onslaught we saw were 2 teams, Niners, Dolphins, and Chargers. So
and 2 of those teams played each other.
Exactly. So I'm going with Commanders just because of a stronger defense. The next game, Dolphins versus Patriots in Foxborough. And this is
the Pats didn't look bad against the Pats didn't look bad against the Eagles. I don't think.
They came back, but they still lost 25-20. The Eagles are kind of like they slacked off.
Yeah, they did. I'm going to go with Dolphins. I just think with Tyreek and
really just the whole Dolphins offense.
Yeah, that man.
I mean, they still got Waddle. They got Hill, who didn't go to jail, who had a stellar performance, and you got Tua, who he stays healthy. He's the best player in the league.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Offense too. I just think Tua is a way better field general than freaking Mac Jones. And that's the Sunday night game. We got two Monday games. The early Monday game is divisional rival Saints versus Panthers.
Wow. I'm gonna go Saints in this one. I thought Derek Carr did well. I mean, Panthers. They did. Young did well.
Young did decently.
Yeah.
It's just that Carr, with the experience, it's kind of tough to say this, but it's a divisional game in Carolina. Saints struggle in Carolina for some reason, but Carr actually has a winning record in Carolina, in both college and professional.
Eh?
So I'm going Carr in the Saints. And the Monday night game, Browns versus Steelers.
The Browns' defense is so much better than the Steelers' offense right now. I'm picking Cleveland.
You're picking Cleveland. Okay.
Yeah, even though I would love Kenny to have a great game.
That offensive line is just
So
horrendous.
So
like,
bad.
who's worse, G-Man's offensive line or the Steelers' offensive line? Like, god dang, I don't know who right now. And you're right. It's just that Browns defense is led by Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
So Garrett is the most complete defensive player in a while. He gets overlooked because everyone thinks he does steroids. Garrett should be defensive player of the year. He should have been in it 3 times in the last 5 years.
He could have been easily.
Yeah, so it's like, but of course, 3 years ago it was the injury to his elbow. 2 years ago it was the allegations of steroids, and then last year again allegations of steroids. But it's like James Harrison, basically. I compare him to James Harrison.
Yeah, he's there. He's there in that conversation.
Yeah,
James Harrison was a beast.
exactly. That's why I'm saying that. Like, you see the workouts; it's basically almost the same kind of monstrous workout.
Yeah.
So
James Harrison is one of those guys you like.
Him
and Brian Cox. Brian Cox was like before James. Well, no, James Harrison played when Cox did too. But I mean, those guys were like freaks of nature and almost like the Bill Romanowski, just with the less.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got
exactly. All right, we ready for some college football?
College football week 3. Remember, we mainly do top 10. Number 7, Penn State versus Illinois.
Penn State should beat Illinois.
Penn State should beat Illinois. Agreed. Number 3, Florida State versus Boston College.
I'm going with Florida State on that one.
All right, I'm going Florida State as well. I mean, ACC game should be a good one. Central Michigan versus number 9 Notre Dame.
Notre Dame should win that one.
That's
like their easiest game of the year, probably.
I do agree. Number 10, I love saying that. Number 10, Alabama versus South Florida.
Alabama's going to want to kill these guys.
Yeah, after their performance, yes.
Yeah, they're not.
South Carolina versus number 1 Georgia.
Georgia.
I'm going with Georgia as well. I just think they're just going to smoke them. Western Kentucky University versus number 6 Ohio State.
Ohio State should win that game.
I'm really nervous about their offense. It's not as explosive as it's been the last 3 years. So, saying that, I'm still picking Ohio State. Western Kentucky actually has a good young safety. So, looking forward to watching that. Number 8, Washington versus Michigan State.
That's going to be a good game.
This one is going to be close.
I'm going to pick Washington because I like the Huskies for some reason.
I mean, the Washington's program has always been like a fun program to watch. So, yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
This one will also be another good one. Bowling Green versus Michigan.
Oh, Michigan, I think, will dominate that game.
Yeah. And they should be ranked higher. They should have been ranked over Florida State, but whatever. Number 4, Texas versus Wyoming.
Oh, Texas.
Texas better win that game. And we both agree on what will be matchup of the week. It's going to be a rivalry game. Number 11, Tennessee versus Florida. Can go either way, but with it being in Gator territory, I'm still going to pick Tennessee. They just have a good offense.
Well, we'll disagree on this one.
Oh, you're gonna go with the upset.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Florida.
Oh, you're going with. Whoops. You're going with Florida. All right. I mean, they got a lot to prove, so I do agree with that. All right, so we're going to include that in our record as well.
Yeah, that'll be a Well, we can.
Okay, we'll add that to our record then. All right. So
We just add that as a sneak peek.
sneak peek. Okay, fair enough.
All right.
All right. So we typically do this. We haven't done this in a minute. You ready for a game, Dad?
Yes, I'm ready for a game.
All right. This is called This or That.
All right.
All right. I'm going to give you basically two things and give me your pick and an explanation. You ready?
Okay.
More impressive debut, Anthony Richardson or Bryce Young?
I think Richardson. I think Richardson had a more impressive debut,
Okay.
especially against the Jaguars. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think he had. Even though Bryce Young still looked good, I mean, there's no doubt he looked good and ready. I think he had the more impressive debut.
Okay. More disappointing performance, Joe Burrow or the New York Giants?
Cincinnati always starts out slow, so I mean, even though he threw for less than 100 yards, the Giants was bad. That whole game was bad. I mean, people are still real. Why is Daniel Jones in the game even when they're down 40-0? I mean, that was just.
Should I let the rookie from last year step in and see what he could have done?
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. All right. The next thing was actually about the Dallas Cowboys. This first one is funny to me, though. More likely to happen in 3 years.
Okay.
Dallas Cowboys winning the Super Bowl or Tony Khan getting the AEW ring?
I would love to see the Cowboys win the Super Bowl in 3 years. I would. But probably Tony Khan getting in the AEW ring would probably happen first.
Against who, CM Punk?
Yeah, that possibly could happen. But I don't know how many people would actually pay to watch that match, but okay.
I just thought that was a funny event. I'm sorry. All right. Another Cowboy question. More the heart and soul of the Dallas Cowboys football team, Tyron Smith or Van Der Esch?
Ooh.
Because Van Der Esch gets overlooked so dang bad.
Yeah,
and he
does.
is one of the most consistent players on that whole team.
When he's in the lineup, he makes the defense a whole lot better. But Tyron Smith is the anchor of the offensive line. Even if he's hurt and he's on the field, he makes the team better on offense. I'm going to say Smith by a hair.
Okay.
I'll say Smith by a hair. Yeah, you can't go wrong with either one.
All right. I just thought that was a good question because I like Van Der Esch. So.
Van Der Esch is a good player. I mean, stay healthy. You're
I mean, way better than Sean Lee already, honestly.
Yeah, Sean Lee had injuries though, and
I mean, so did Van Der Esch, but Van Der Esch has been at least healthier.
yeah. It's like almost like Dak Gwynn when we had Dak Gwynn. Gwynn was good, but he couldn't stay on the field. So I mean,
fair enough. More impressive opener, Commanders or Raiders?
ooh,
Commanders won 2016, and the Raiders did win 17-16.
Commanders played the
Cardinals,
and the Raiders played
the Broncos.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders and Broncos just because it's a rivalry game.
Okay, fair enough. The bigger upset, the Lions upsetting the Chiefs in the season opener, or the Packers over the overconfident Bears.
I'm gonna go with the Lions versus the Chiefs,
Okay.
just because they had Mahomes. Even though a lot of Mahomes passes were dropped, but it was just bad.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right, and my card guy here has some cards he would like to show off.
All right. I'm going to post the reaction videos after we post this. So we do have the hobby shop in Purvis, Mississippi called TNT Hobby that has posted a few videos of it. And I bought 3 cards. I'm not gonna say how much I spent. I spent a buttload, but before I get into the exciting one, I did get a Mint 9 Michael Harris II rookie card, and it is a refractor. I managed to get a deal on this because I spent a lot of money. So I got 2 boxes of Inferno Football. I've seen people open stuff with these, and people have gotten a lot of stuff. And the shop had 3 of the football and 3 baseball for the start. I bought 2 of the football, and someone bought a baseball, and that actually saw the baseball opening. It was a Mark McGuire auto relic with a bat piece in it, right?
Mm-hmm. Sterling. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I opened the first box, got the coolest hit I could have gotten in a minute, and I tried my luck on the second box. So I'll show the second box. It was a 2021 Prism Travis Etienne PSA 10 Red Ice Prism. Really good, worth $100. I lost a little bit of money, but you know what? This is a good investment on my end, so I'm not complaining. The reason why I bought that second box, though, is because I pulled this 10 out of 15 Drew Brees on-card auto.
No, that's sticker.
Oh, it's a sticker. Oh, my bad. Sticker. But it's still a Drew Brees autograph from 2022 Elite Pro set. I was surprised I pulled this. I have gotten good stuff in the past. Believe me. Nothing comes close to this, though. I mean, shoot. Even my 10 out of 15 Eli Manning relic auto was not as big as that one. So, if y'all are ever in the Purvis, Mississippi area, definitely check them out. A lot of reasonable price graded cards. I mean, shoot. The Harris, they had marked for 35. I got it knocked down to 30 after spending so much money, so I got a little discount. So, just getting those 3 was definitely worth it. So, a big shout out to Taylor and the shop for doing so well. And you ever stop by and see Braden or John, they know their stuff. They know they collect, man. They know the hobby very well. So, a big shout out to you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I also was in there a couple hours before my son, so I got me a box of a Top Series 2, and just going to show you I got the short print of Dane Dunning. So, as you can see.
Which is not bad at all. He's had a great season.
Yeah.
What was your relic?
I got an auto of a Houston Astro rookie.
Oh, not McCormick.
No, I'll show it to you.
Okay.
But
that's awesome, though.
But I hope everybody has a great week and everything. Enjoy the football tomorrow. We got you got a college game and you got an NFL game, so should be good. This is Card Guy Chris Ellis.
Well, Collectible Chris.
And we'll be talking to you next week. Bye.